What you do is just try to pay attention and go through the lessons letter. If you have any questions,
Okay.
we'll try and make today's class a bit short and engageful, so that we would be able to have consensus. Why did I scroll up? I don't know why I can't scroll. Maybe because my machine is on. Maybe so we might have need for going to the machine. So let me leave it. So where did we stop last? What was you guys
Our
to
last
do
class was on.
on? I think on SOC, right?
Yeah, legal, ethical, and regulation
Yeah, on
consideration.
sock, yes.
SOC
On
is
SOC.
different from legal, ethical, all those parts. So SOC is what you're
Yeah,
supposed to do with the week. Labs.
we've done that. Then you gave us yes now.
Okay.
We should be on week 3 now. We've done week
Yes,
1 and week 2.
we are in week 3 now.
So week 2 is the
Yeah.
legal, ethical, and regulation. The one that you gave us some kind exercise to do.
I think what's it called? On this ISC2, right? How many of you have registered?
IC2. No, we registered on Coursera and Mastercard. What's the name? Oh yeah, ISC2. ISC2 is Coursera, right?
No, it's not Coursera. The place you went for the SOC is Coursera, is Udemy. I think so.
No, not Udemy.
It's
We do
Coursera.
not use Udemy. We use
Coursera.
Yeah, we use Coursera. We registered
We registered
ISC2
on
on
Coursera
Coursera.
too now. I registered on
Yeah,
Coursera.
ISC2.
Okay.
Yes, now ISC2 on Coursera.
So
But
sorry, this Coursera, are we supposed to? Okay, I'm seeing your screenshot.
are you seeing my screen? I'm not in Coursera.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
um,
I saw this ISC two
no,
Coursera objective.
I didn't. No, this is course objective, not Coursera IST.
Okay. My phone is what I'm seeing is very tiny. That's why.
Sorry about that. So what I'm trying to understand is the you said when I sent you guys for the SOC, when I sent you guys for the SOC, it was in Coursera.
I don't understand. What do you mean, sir?
The SOC material with the Indian
Yeah,
stuff.
the one you sent to us. The
Yes,
one you sent to us.
yes. Did you
Okay, it
guys?
was from Coursera.
Okay, you guys didn't go to the site to the link to go through the video.
Oh
It's
no,
just
we use just the file you
the,
sent to us. We did not go
It's just
to
the file you
the.
sent to us. We use.
I did not know we were supposed to go to the.
the file was supposed to be a like an easy glance through. Everything in the
Okay.
video is on the file. It's just that it was now explained in video. Everything.
O-
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, that means we'll have to go through it again. Then we did not go through that one because we only went through the material you sent, so we did not use the link.
Yeah.
Okay. I will get
Right.
you guys the
So
link
see the
at the end of the
this brother make maybe I use this boot or make I use my old boots. That my old boot or make I my old boot still good now.
keep your boots. Let's finish cybersecurity first.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
So at the end of the class, you will get the link to go and check that one out. It's on Coursera and it's free. So it is from there that we extracted the material, the PDF that I sent you guys. Okay.
Okay, okay. Because I did not see any link. The link that came with the this thing you sent was the YouTube link.
It was a
So I
YouTube
did not
link I
see any link
saw
that.
and
So
the
I did not see the
material.
link that will take us to
Yeah, the
the
YouTube
source
link
of the
was
material.
just the YouTube link was the recording of the class, right, and not for the source of the material.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did not see the link for the source of the material.
no problem. Then. There is not a problem.
Uh,
Okay. What
okay.
I would for this week, people are going to be on ISC2. Now, to register for ISC2, this is I want to know whether you guys have already registered for ISC2. How many of you have registered for
Yes,
ISC2?
we registered on Coursera for ISC2, and Mr. Maxwell told us to register for that financial aid something something. So
Uh,
we registered on Coursera already, and we've signed on for ISC2.
okay, okay. So, which domain have you guys covered? Have you guys, or when do you guys anticipate taking your exam? You know you're
So
going
we
to take
Now
said
what
exam,
we
right?
what did
should.
you say?
Yes, we know. We have to get somewhere with you first before we know when to take the exam. I
Okay,
think that's what he said, and we are going to finish his own part of the lesson too
okay,
next week. So after that, we can move to getting ready for the exam.
okay. So, before you still go for the exam, before you schedule, because you have to schedule ahead, okay? You could schedule for like a
Yeah, he told
month
us.
or weeks ahead. We are done with the materials given from the IC2. Whose background is talking? Is it your own? When you're done with the official ISC2 material, you said you guys registered on it for Coursera. When you're done with the official material, before you go for the exam, you also check on the group chat Sito. One of us, he took the exam recently and he passed. He passed very well. And I was glad that he did. So you check on him for extra materials he used for the exam. Okay. And what you guys are doing is a crash course, like a crash course to get your certification and get knowledge base as quick as possible. Then also skills that will get you one step closer to the workforce. And another thing I also want to remind you guys is when your um, program, your batch ends at the fourth week, feel free to hang around. If you might ask questions, you might join other groups to attend some of their classes, maybe practical classes. If we arrange practical classes, or if you have any practicals you want us to look into, you and your teammates in your own batch, you could tell me ahead of time. Then we'll make plans for it. Bring out one of the days that we were less busy and we'll look at it. So the team stays together and we look out for each other, and the learning is fun. So that's just what I wanted to share with you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So, with the base knowledge of what we already know, let's recap on the domains that are affected or used in ISC2. ISC2 have 5 domains, but I have 8 domains here to share with us. And after going through it, we'll now look at installing our tools for practical section. So, if most practical is going to be fast, and I would want us to be very, very fast in the practical. Once we enter practical from next week, I want you guys to be very, very articulative so that once I come here, I'll do the practicals, we'll ask questions, we understand. I'll do the practicals straight. You get a recorded section, you do them, you get the same results. You ask more questions, you find out why this worked and what this is working for. Okay, then you benefit from it and continuously doing it. When you get involved, that's when you benefit from the program. You get involved in it. Okay, so we have here security and risk management on the first domain, and we say that this domain covers the foundational concept of cybersecurity, including risk management, governance, laws, and ethics. It focuses on maintaining security policies, business continuity, and ensuring the compliance with legal materials, with legal regulations. Security and risk management. This domain focused on anything that has to do with risk management. In fact, there are four types, four sections. We have the risk management, the governance, the laws, and the ethics. Then we have some use case we'll be looking at here. The first one use case is on the risk analysis. A company evaluates potential risk before launching new software, identifying the threats like malware or data breaches, and creating a plan to mitigate them. Under the compliance management, we say that, for example, a healthcare company ensures compliance with HIPAA to protect patient records. Under the security policies, we expect that organizations enforce password policies that require users to change passwords regularly to minimize unauthorized access. In a layman's terms, probably when you're doing your practicals on your home lab, the risk and security management domain will give you the idea and look at the use case on a practical aspect. Imagine you are securing a home network, your home Wi-Fi network. You set a strong password one, enable encryption, and also restrict access to only trusted device, which mitigates the risk of unauthorized access. This is a plain use case for this particular domain, risk, security, and risk management. The use case is securing your home network, setting strong password, enabling encryption, and restricting access to only trusted devices, which mitigates the risk of unauthorized access. Remember, in this bootcamp, the secondary goal is to do big things in a small way. Those big cybersecurity projects or practices, to be able to do them in the minute, the smallest way, so that you could have first-hand knowledge of how it is. Under asset security as a domain, we say that this domain involves the protection of information and assets through proper classification and handling. It includes secure storage, encryption, and proper data destruction when necessary. Who can give me an example where proper data destruction is required? Or how is it done? How do you think destroying that data, or why should data be destroyed, and how do you think it's being
Like the case of any online platform, because based on what we've done before, like there was this exercise we did, that what will happen to your data after you are no longer using that platform? Should it be destroyed? Should it be transferred to another server or something like that? So after you're not using the platform, your data on the platform has to be properly destroyed.
done? Yes. So, do you know any method of destruction of data?
Yes, depending on the this thing.
The type of data?
But the last class, yeah, the type of data. The last class we had was the storage data, like the one that said data cannot be completely destroyed or deleted from a system. only with the use of some software, or maybe you destroy the storage device.
Okay, so uh, first class work is dig deep, deeper, and get the list of data destruction tools and how it's been done. List of data destruction tools or applications and how it's been done. So don't forget it.
So we should find it by ourselves, right?
Yes, yes. Put it in Google Drive on a document, then give me the link, submit it. List of data destruction tools and how it's been done. Then the use case for
Okay,
asset
sir.
security, we have data classification. Yes, just like you said, a company categorizes data as either confidential or public to determine the appropriate level of protection. Okay. Now, the attendance book that is at the gate in some offices or in some companies is is a company's property and it has data inside it. The gate man is responsible of keeping it, or he has access to it. But the salary document, the names of the documents of the salary and how much the staffs are being paid, is not made available to the gate man. True of us.
That's true.
Yes, because his office is at the gate. So this data classification section says a company categorizes data as confidential or public to determine the proper level of protection. So the attendance list that the gate man keeps at his office in the in the gate, will you categorize it as confidential or public?
That's the public data.
Yes, yes. So the second one is secure disposal. An organization securely disposes of obsolete hard drives using shredding techniques. There are shredding techniques. You're going to find this when you're doing that classroom to ensure that data cannot be recovered. Practical use
Sorry,
case.
sir.
Yeah,
Sorry, excuse me, sir.
yeah,
This shredding technique, I know of a shredding machine that shred paper or this thing.
yes,
So is there another version of the software or something?
yes. That shreds. Of course, now hard drives can be shredded.
Okay,
So that's why
okay,
I told you to look at through Google and get me the tools and the types
oh,
of data destruction tools.
okay, sir.
But I've seen someone that went to a dustbin and gathered the shredded documents
I
and
was
took
going to say that, and took his time
days.
to align everything back together. Yes.
Hi. So I think
So I
beyond
don't even
shredding,
think shredding is still safe. You should
beyond
just burn it.
yes, beyond shredding, burning can also come into place. Beyond shredding, if you have a document that is very sensitive, you better set it ablaze and burn it to ashes. Okay, unless there is a technology that turns ashes back to paper.
Yeah, maybe in the future.
Yeah. So on the practical, a small business needs to classify financial records as confidential and use encryption to protect them, ensuring only authorized personnel can do this. I had the experience of this recently, and I don't know whether any one of you have. When you request for your statement of account from the bank, how does it come?
Yeah, it depends if you know these days statement of accounts you can just do it inside your application, your bank app. To just come as a PDF file
You're
or
coming
come
close.
through your email.
Okay. Now, if you've been careful enough, that PDF will not open. Normally, these days, recently, they are tell you to use some code numbers to open your
Yes,
yes. You understand?
yes.
Now, Those are some
That's like the
measures. So the one I got from the bank today, I think that was yesterday, they said I should use some part of my bank number. So my bank account number, some part of it that I can use it to open the statement of account. So those are the kind of techniques. For example, we say here that some small businesses need to classify financial records as confidential and use encryption to protect them from unauthorized personnel. The next domain here is security architecture and engineering. This domain focuses on designing and building secure systems. When your design has a flaw, definitely you'll be building the flaw inside the product. We said that it involves applying security models, ensuring encryption, and managing security measures to protect infrastructure from threats under security architecture and engineering. Going to the use case, so that secure network design. When designing a company's internal network, engineers use firewalls and IDS, intrusion detection systems, to block malicious traffic. These are already built into the design when you're doing secure when you're doing network design. Under IoT security too, a smart home setup is protected by applying encryption to communication between the devices, ensuring they cannot be accessed remotely by hackers. Remember the last class I told you guys how a company was hacked through their AC. So if the owners took asset security architecture and engineering, if they took it very, very serious, they would have put in place security measures to stop those kind of attacks from happening. On the practical, a student learning about security might design a mock secure email system, incorporating encryption to protect messages from interception. In fact, um, if not for time or for any purposes, I think we might just look at doing a personal project for your batch, apart from the project that we already have, the practical we have. I'm going to look at this particular project and see how feasible it is and see if we can do it. For every project you do, you have to include it as a skill learned in your resume. Hope you guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It helps you to build your resume. That's why we'll be setting up your home lab. Everything you do in your home lab adds to your skill set. So over the week, I have to look at how we might be able to incorporate this. I will see whether it's feasible. If it is, then pursue it and get it done as part of our project. So under the communication and network security domain, this domain emphasizes securing networks and data communication channels. I said I was going to post something at the group today. Did I? I don't think I have.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
once
don't
this
think so.
class is finished, I'll post the link because I've already processed the video. I've already processed the video and it's ready. This domain emphasizes securing networks and data communication channels. You see, once you are able to safeguard communication channels and your network security is good, you stand a chance to, fight off or withstand attacks when they come. It addresses how information is transmitted across networks and how to protect it from threats like eavesdropping and data interception. That's under communication and network security. Under the use case, network segmentation in corporate environments, separating the network into segments ensures that if one segment is compromised, the others remain secure. The same thing that happens in the electricity industry, where they segment power. this line, you find out that this line is having an issue while another line is having light. So when we do network segmentation in that way to keep others from being compromised. Then VPN implementation. In my own personal home lab project, I have this VPN project as a specific topic I'm working on. Maybe over time, you guys might want to join me and do the project at your own personal time. Employees working remotely uses virtual private networks to securely access company resources, preventing man-in-the-middle attacks. Then practical, when connecting to public Wi-Fi, most people when they go to functions in hotels or in programs, they'll tell you free Wi-Fi, and people will just log in
Mm.
free Wi-Fi. Practical on this particular domain, which is communication and network security. When connecting to public Wi-Fi, users should enable a VPN, virtual private network, to secure their communication and protect sensitive information from being intercepted. Mhm. Then domain number 5, identity and asset management. This domain involves managing users' identities, very, very important, and controlling access to resources. So it ensures that users are properly authenticated and authorized to access systems based on their role and their privileges. Under the use case, we say first, multi-factor authentication. Employees must use both a password and a fingerprint scan to access sensitive financial systems. There are some apps in your phone, apart from your password, they will still ask for your fingerprint to access them. This method
Or maybe
is,
Face ID.
yes, go ahead.
No, I said or maybe Face ID, fingerprint or
Yeah,
maybe Face
your
ID.
facial identification. So these steps or this method helps to keep sensitive information sensitive, let them stay the way they are. Second one is the access control policies. An IT department implements role-based access control measures to ensure that only administrators can change system configurations. If this is not in place, someone can remotely access the system and open ports that are not meant to be opened. Then from there, from his house, he'll be doing undoable. Practicals, setting up multi-factor authentication on your personal accounts, such as your email or social media accounts, adds an extra layer of security, reducing the likelihood of account takeover. I had an instance where some people tried to hack my WhatsApp. They actually did, but I had a third factor authentication. Apart from the first and the second one, I had a third one. So they couldn't go through the third one, and the WhatsApp has to bounce it back to me. It's always good to have all those in place. Domain number 6, security assessment and testing. This domain focuses on evaluating the security posture of systems through assessment, testing, and audit. Last week, I was running some testing and auditing on machines and websites, and I think this week too, I'm still on partly of it. This includes vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, etc., and also continuous monitoring. For example, the video I'm going to post, I said I was going to post, is on Nexus. Nexus is a software, is a vulnerability assessment um, software where you use to check how an application on a web or a website stands, how it stands, majorly for security assessment. Then the next, did we jump? Okay, the use case. The use case.
Use case. Yeah, use
Yeah,
case.
penetration testing. The cybersecurity team tests an organization's defenses by simulating cyber attacks to uncover vulnerabilities. Vulnerability scanning. Automated tools are used to identify weak points in the network or software that will be exploited by attackers. Talking about that, I feel like jumping in to do one demonstration. What do you guys think?
Sure, sure. That we are up for it.
Okay.
But we've downloaded this ZenMap Nmap, man. Mr.
Master.
That's
Maxwell
what.
gave us this one we used to check the ports of our
Yeah.
computer system.
Yeah.
This
Mm.
ZenMap.
Yes. That is nice.
But he did not give us full details inside there. He only gave us the option of going to check our
Just
history. So
to, yeah, take
Okay.
I was
open
going
port.
to ask him that what and what do we expect after we've run the scan? If we run the scan and we encounter something, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? All those things like that. We've not talked
Okay. Now, another thing else you should note is
about it.
yes, another thing else you should practice how to do is learn how to work with the least information you have. Now, I will tell you what I would do if I'm on your shoe. Are we good? I'll tell you what I would do.
Okay.
Sure, yes.
So, what I would do is, okay, we've done this scan, and these are the results I have. How do I remediate it? First of all, go to ChatGPT, create a section or a profile with it, let it know what you're doing, and tell it, okay, look at the results I got from this. What are the steps to remediate this? It will list them out for you. Guide me through step number one. It will tell you, this is what you're going to do, this is what you're going to do, this is what you're going to do. Now, ChatGPT might be wrong to an might be correct to an extent, maybe a percentage wrong, but see that process of self-discovery and learning, that is what cybersecurity is all about, and that is what will make you stay on top. Did you get me?
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So those are the kind of things that you should learn how to do so that it will keep you on top of the game. Your teacher might not be always around to give you all the fish and all the bone. You have everything you need at the tip of your finger. For example, now if we do a scan on a website and the result comes out, it is my duty to go fix those results and get them to a better stage so that when I rescan or when I do another test, I will check whether those ones I fixed have been remediated. If not, what are the steps I'm going to use to do them? So while the machine is booting up, the practical to do here is using free tools like Nmap. Beginners can scan their home network for potential vulnerabilities. So when we enter the practical by next week, you should be able to do all this comfortably, ensuring that all devices are properly secure. It's coming up. While it's coming up, let's keep going. The seventh one is operations, security operations. This seventh domain is security operations. And this domain involves the day-to-day task required to keep an organization's assets secure. Okay? So it includes incident response, disaster recovery, and maintaining the operational security of information system. Incident response, how do you respond to the incident? Disaster recovery, how do you recover what is lost? And maintaining the operational security of the information. On the use cases, under the disaster recovery, after a cyber attack, a company uses its backup systems to restore a critical data and operation. Personally, before I load a new application on my machine, I do backup. And one of the easiest way to do backup on your Kali machine is to take a snapshot. So let me log in. So if you watch on top here,
So you're only sharing these documents. You're not sharing that what we
okay,
are doing now.
okay, probably because I'm not sharing the whole screen. Let me share the
Yeah, yes,
entire
sir.
screen. Yeah. Somebody is doing crying face.
But that's you.
Oh, I think it's a mistake. I didn't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to share the whole screen. Don't okay. You guys see it now?
Yes, you can see it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see. I was, me is
Ali
Spanish.
Ali Home Lab.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we're going to try to scan my website. Remember, you don't have the right to go scanning people's websites, else you will be jailed. You will go for for query because as little as scanning is considered a crime both in this country and outside Nigeria. So always obtain written instructions permitting you to do so. If they tell you, oh, yeah, don't worry, do it. Tell them, no, sir. Kindly put it in what? In what? In writing.
Right.
Put it in
Yes.
writing and sign.
And, and sign. In cybersecurity, there is
Yeah,
a
you not come tomorrow that this is writing.
exactly. In cybersecurity, there is something called repudiation. Somebody can actually say, I did not tell you to do so. So you always get that threat. So I'm going to be using root terminal so that I won't be putting sudo this, sudo that, sudo this, sudo that. So for you to use root to ask to log in with your password. Did I make mistake? Yes, I know that was a mistake. Hope the caps lock is not on. Okay, we are in. So what I do every day or every time I come online to my lab is first of all I check my IP address. I use IPA or IF config. As you practice these things every day, it becomes part of you. So I could see my uh,
So sorry, sir. What's the difference between this IPA IF
And
config and the IP
iPhone.
config?
I think both of them gives almost the same kind of results. It's just that I think one might be um, deeper, but both of them gives out the same results. So, for
So
example,
Both with the I
you just type IPE, right?
yes,
If
IP
you don't want to use
dash A,
IP config
IF,
dash A.
IP config is for Windows. IP
Okay.
config is for Windows. Meanwhile, IF config is for what's it called? Kali machine. So
okay.
I just brought the Windows PowerShell here. So the Windows own is IP. P for Paul. While the Kali Linux is IF. F for father. So I do
Okay.
IP config here, and I get details of the network. Of course, this is my Wi-Fi because it's the gateway. It will always denote the default gateway is always what is giving you the internet you are using, whether it's your router or your hotspot, wherever it is. That's your default gateway. Okay.
Okay.
Now the address which your Kali machine is using locally in your private network is not the same thing it will use when it's going outside your network to the public. All those are still different. So now above here you will see my local address. That's my private inside this private network. Inside this my network here. This is my address 21126. And if you look on the Kali machine, let me highlight it here. Then bring up the so that we can compare it. Is there any similarity between the two of them? What is the similarity?
Yeah, the 192.168.211. The only difference is the 126.55.
Exactly. And that is a unique identifier for each of them. So it meaning that both of them are connected to the same network, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one are you talking about, sir, please?
Yeah. Both of them has the first three address the same. These and
Okay.
they have the first three the same. The only difference is uh, the last one, which is
Doesn't have
the only difference is the
255.
last one. The dot five
Okay.
five is these machines, the Kali machines unique ID. Meanwhile, dot 126 is Windows unique ID. But both of them are connected to the same hotspot. Now, the concept of this networking or IP address from same hotspot is wherever you are getting your internet from, it is that interface, it is that device that will issue out an IP address for connection for your system. Now, if these two of them, if I have 20 devices connected to my hotspot, all of them will have these first three updates the same, but different unique identifiers, which is the different numbers. So, who was asking the question, Valentine or Shetibe?
Yeah,
It's me, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
I was saying
Okay, okay. What are
which
you
one?
asking? Go ahead.
Okay, you said is it this internet 192.168.211 is the same thing to like the it's the same thing with this scope like this BRD.
BRD. No, no.
Is it
Now,
what you're talking
Is
about?
the
Because
no,
my screen is
is the
small.
innet.
no.
The
Yeah,
innet.
the
Look
innet.
before the BRD. You see, the innet is the same
Yeah.
as this IP address.
Now,
The
let's take.
only difference is the 55 and the 126.
Yes. So now let me break it down very well. What is your where is what's the address of your house? First of all, what's the name of
40
your estate?
Victory Estate.
Good. Victory Estate is my take it as your hotspot or your router. Okay?
Okay.
Now, any house that is being built inside Victory Estate will take up numbers, right? Either number one or number
Yeah.
two. So your own house is
Hmm.
number what?
Number 45.
Now, when you are calling the address, you will say number 45 Victory Estate, right?
Yes.
Good. Now, in network, so far as You are inside this estate called my router. Any
Mm.
device that is inside that estate will have Victory Estate as the grand name, but individual number, just like your house is number 42. This one is number 126. And this one, the Kali machine, is number 55.
Mm-hmm.
So every device that is connected to that hotspot will have its own individual street number.
Okay.
If you have 20 devices in my hotspot, all of them will have individual street number, and that individual identifier number will always be at the last octave. We have the
Okay.
first octave 192, second octave 168, third octave 211,
211.
and these three octaves here are the estate number, which it doesn't change for this particular
Okay.
network. Now, the
Okay.
devices are these ones. These are the ones. So if I want to talk to this Windows, I will use this address for it because that is its address. If I want to talk to your house, I'll say go to number 40 this, that house there, yes. So if I tell somebody go to number 48, it will go straight to the house, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that is how networks, what's it called? Internet, your ISPs or your whatever, gives assigns IP address to the devices that are connected to it. Now, if I am in doubt of how many devices that are connected to my router, I will do
Mm.
this command. Nmap -sn. I will use my own address to search out other networks that are other devices that are connected to my network. And that is why connecting to a public Wi-Fi is not good. Someone can actually find your device and perpetrate stuffs on your device. So I'm going to use my address and find out every other network, every other device that is connected to my network. So
Okay.
192.168
.9.
dot what? 211 dot what is dot 55. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 55. Yeah.
Dot 55. Then I will do slash 24. Who can tell me why I'm doing slash 24? Or what does slash 24 mean?
No idea,
Mm.
sir.
No
No
idea.
idea. Okay. Your assignment number 2. Read up about IP address classes.
Hey, shit, I bet you there house now. You get pen and paper, we write tab. Ask me down,
At the
because
right
I
time,
don't
at the
carry
right
book
time.
for here. You
Yeah.
write tab.
Yeah.
Read about IP address classes. In fact, do a summary of it and put it in a document, attach it to the assignment they are going to submit. Now, when you go to look for it, you're going to find IP address class A, class B, and class C, and obviously class D. So, your private network, your private network is contained in class C, and that is why we have these. Where did it? Somebody pointed it at 255 something. Where is it? We have this 2550. Now, the first, it's called the subnet mask. It is from subnet mask that you determine the classes of of an address. The whole English there is, in a layman terms, if you look at a subnet mask and what you have is only 255.0.0, it means that it is a class A. Oh boy, I don't like doing too much in topics. except when I am being pushed. So let's do. Let me bring up a pen and paper so that I can demonstrate a bit. That's if you guys are not offended.
No, we are here with you. Why are we here?
Okay, so let me bring out pen and
But
paper.
this class ends in 9 minutes. Ends in 9 minutes.
Oh, on what's it called? On the Google.
Yes, sir.
Come on, you should have allowed us to take up some more time. Okay, once it is 3 minutes, let me know. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so let me brush up. We have yeah. So my pen. I've gotten a pen. Let me make it big. So we have say that they we use subnet mask eh, to determine the
Yeah.
class of an of an address. If you find 255.0.0.0, this should be a class A address. You get 255.255.0.0. Should be class what?
That
Class
should be
B.
class B. Oh, I think.
Yes. Then we now get 255.255.255.0 will
Dot
be what
zero.
class what?
Class C, right?
Class C. Now the same thing applies for us to get class D. The last one will be all of them will be taken up.
Okay.
So
Class D will be 255 dot
255, 255,
255
255.
dot 255
Exactly.
dot
Okay.
255.
It will be class D. So
Okay.
read up about these classes so that you find out their properties. Okay? When you
Okay,
come
sir.
on the
Okay.
Okay,
next
sir.
class, you come with any questions, so we'll break it down. So let's hurry up and
Okay.
find out how many devices that are connected to my network.
But sir, this 24, you haven't still given us what I don't understand this 24 yet because we are talking about the classes now. We are looking at
Mhm.
255, but where is this 24 coming from?
Okay. Each of these octave is counted as what is an octave? An octave is 8. Oc octave is 8.
Okay, yeah, like octagon.
Yes. So each of these is an octet. That's why I was telling you first octave is 192, second octave 168, third octave. That's why I was calling it octave. So each of these octave is 8. For class A, we will have slash 8. For class B, we have octet 1, which is 8 plus 8. It will be slash what?
16.
16.
16.
Yeah. For class C, which is 8 plus 8 plus 8, will be what?
That would be 24.
Exactly.
24.
Now you get where we got 24, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
class D,
understand now.
class D will be 32.
That's it
So,
with 32. Yeah.
so once you look at the network and see the subnet mask, it gives you this. You already do the small calculation in your head and know where the answer is.
Okay.
What I
Okay.
taught you now
Okay.
might take some people 3 weeks to get to this point, but I just have to find the simplest way for you to get to know it. Then when you now go to read it up, it will flow. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So now for me to talk to all the networks that are in my, since I know that my subnet mask is 24. Okay, that means I want
Okay.
to I want to I want to talk to everybody in that estate. If my subnet mask is 255.255, which is 16, I will do slash 16. But my private network now is giving me, the subnet mask is giving me 24. That is why I'm doing slash 24. So I am talking to all the devices that, all the houses in that estate. I want to know every house that is in that estate. Every device that is
Sorry, sir.
connected
Can we run this command on command prompt on our this thing
is
on
on
our
Kali.
command prompt?
I'm doing it on Kali, but you
Okay,
can't
only
do
on
it on,
Kali.
yes, I'm doing it on Kali machine.
Okay,
We
okay.
are running an Nmap. I don't think there's Nmap
Yes.
on command prompt. But what you can do on command prompt
Okay.
is to find out the ports. If you want to find out the device port, when we get to that point, there are some other little ones you can still run on command prompt. But here, so
Okay.
let's put a enter so that it will give us all the devices. We equally know whether it will find this one that is Windows. We'll know whether it will be able to find it. Okay,
Okay. We want 26.
yes,
I
we'll
think it has
see.
done that already. MR scan reports
Yes.
192.
This is 53, the first one. Second one is 126, which is the Windows, right?
168211126.
Which is the
Yes, sir.
Windows one, yes. And the third one is 55. So every other device that is connected to my system, whether my wife's phone is connected to my hotspot, is here. And I have, I think, if I look on the phone now, I will actually know how many devices that are connected to here. So where did we get to? What brought us to this place? Developing incident response plan for your personal devices can help you quickly react quickly if they are compromised, such as knowing how to change password or where. What led us to that place?
Um,
I think it was on the other one, scanning.
yes.
Okay, using free tools like Nmap, beginners can scan their home network for potential vulnerabilities. Yes.
Yes. Scanning tools. Yes. Scanning
Yeah.
tools.
So when you scan, you find out who and
Sir,
who is on your network.
two more minutes.
2 more minutes. Oh God. Okay. The next domain is software development. I think that's the last domain. Software development security. This domain covers the security of software applications across throughout their development cycle. This is what this domain focuses on. And on the use case, we have secure coding practices. When you fail to do secure coding practices, you'll be leaving loopholes. Our practical next week will going to be on vulnerabilities like SQL injection. Now, that's when you appreciate this particular assessment, this domain, which is software development security, because the application we are going to be hacking, if it obeyed this rule, which is secure coding practices, we will not be able to hack it successfully. Also, security texting in development. There is need to text even while you're building. The practical, a beginner learning about web development could practice writing code that avoid vulnerabilities by using input validation techniques to prevent malicious input from being executed. So, yes, we are here finally. Um, ensure you have your virtual machine downloaded and installed. You install your Kali machine, read up about, yes, you see, it's even here. Read up about what? IP address,
IP
IP class,
classes
and
and
IP octet. So when you're now reading
updates.
it, you understand more. Also, read up
Yes,
about
about
Nmap. Yeah, some of the thoughts, things you can do with it. Then read
Sir,
up
you still go
about,
to
he said, I think they are disconnected. Okay, the call ends in 1 minute. It has ended.